Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a little bit of review of your submissions, which right now I'm very grateful for because it's giving me an opportunity to not think about how the Knicks are getting destroyed by the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's only the third quarter. They're down by 20. But what is amazing is your work, particularly my man Jacob, who I can see just submitted this at 9:19 p.m. 12 hours after everybody else. So I appreciate you, Jacob, working on this evening, and I can see that you've added some pretty cool effects to your super hot mixtape. I really uh, like the layout. I like the background. That looks cool. Nice job, Matthew. This looks great. I think you should consider adding a few more of those layer styles and maybe warping your text a little bit. Little lappers looks good. I think this could need maybe one more thing, although Caitlin, I'm not entirely sure what. Off track, Jasper, this looks good. I think maybe this text needs to jump out a little bit more. Christina, you're looking kind of scary in the image, but pretty cool nonetheless. Mia, thanks for brainstorming with me on Wednesday's class. Animal Cracker Rap. This is easily my favorite title or I don't know, group name or whatever. Thank you so much, Adrian, for dedicating this to my kids. Looks good, Lewis. Dude, you need to include this in the mixtape blank that dimensions that everyone else is using. Jay, this looks good. I can't wait to see the title of your band. BB and Shar Shar featuring Glor Glor. This looks cool. I think you might need to apply levels a little bit more on your image, but tremendous. Take on the city. This is cool. Gloria, I really like this a lot. Here we've got Jacob, another version of Super Hot. We've got a few other versions. Aegon, the first chapter, dude, maybe layer style. I'm curious about the second chapter of your mixtape cover, but I like the start. Ethan, I'm wondering what else you can do. And actually, I have some suggestions for Ethan and anybody else who's stuck and stuck for maybe ideas. I'm really liking what my man Seth has done. So I think he's just about done with this. He's going to start a new one in Thursday's class. And I really like that his album's featuring the hit single from Super Sprinkle with Phones in the Cubby. Thank you for including that. I very much appreciate the title of your hit single. Make It Rain featuring Slim Jesus featuring Kasky. All right, what else is going on in that? Triple Threat. Love this gradient overlay that you have right here. I think that looks pretty cool. I would consider maybe putting some text up here, right above the central Carla, but that looks nifty. Adrian, loving the layer styles. That looks cool. Zoey, this looks awesome. Maybe it gives these skydivers who are about to slam into the ground why their parachutes haven't been deployed yet. I don't know, but like 1.5 seconds from now, that's going to be bad news bears for those guys. Looks good. Shamar, let's see some text. Looks good. Zoe, I noticed that you each have halos, and you're sharing a wing, a set of wings. That looks cool. Cool though, nonetheless. I like what Kyra's doing. This is a little bit scary, and she inspired me. I'm going to share with you an example of how maybe we can use great white shark in another image. Loud Boys, Taylor, let's give this text some color. But I really like the simplicity of the color scheme. Dude, could you make the bills blue? Like this falling cash, maybe that light colored blue. Thank you, Olivia, for this new and amazing text. New mixtape. You guys, the name of her band is New Mixtape. Or maybe it's the album title. I don't know, but I think it can be a little bit more original. But nonetheless, I think it's an amazing start. Looks good. All right, now this is bringing us back to some of the things that we've seen already this week. All right, so here is another example that I just sort of whipped together this evening because I really like Photoshop, and again, it's keeping my mind off of the Knicks. They were down 20, now they're down 23. Oof. How exactly did I create this? Well, the first thing I did was I got this image. Well, the very first thing I did was download the PNG. Thank you, Caitlin. And I threw it into the mixtape cover. And what I did next is I pressed Command J, I made a copy, and then what I did was I did image adjust threshold, and we produced something that looks a little bit like this. And we know that when we use the screen blending mode, black disappears and only white remains. But if we use the multiply blending mode, the white disappears and only the black remains. And I think that's a pretty cool effect if you look at the original versus this. And you can always drop down the opacity a little bit. Not loving that. I like it up all the way. So I think that's pretty cool. What else did I do for this particular image? Well, first I started with a simple um, yellow background behind the lab scholars. And then I was experimenting with maybe a little bit of gradient. So I got this blue to red, and this blending mode is linear light, whereas the yellow is color, and I was able to identify the optimal one simply from cycling through. And then I put both blending modes on at the same time, and I got this really cool effect, which I very much like. Next up, what did I do? I added this the subway map, right? Because it needed a little something, it needed a little bit of texture, and I'm really liking representing Brooklyn and Queens. What else can we do? I can see that it's sort of covering this great white shark, so I'm gonna press E. I'm gonna pull out the eraser tool, and we'll get rid of what are we getting rid of? Woodhaven. No one needs Woodhaven. All right, so we still got Forest Hills. If you guys ever make it out to Forest Hills, 71st Ave, there's some cool stuff over there. I would encourage you to check it out. And we'll get rid of Middle Village, and that looks pretty awesome. What else can we do? We can add a little bit of gradients. I was experimenting with layer styles as well. What we can do is we can tap on individual layer styles as you add them just to see what they look like. I've got a little bit of inner glow, I got a little bit outer glow, I added some warping. I'm looking for maybe, if you think you're done starting over Thursday's class, can't wait to see your work. Good luck.